season.
And the Seahawks put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
And we're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They begin on the ground with Guerrero.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
Allen from the gun on third down.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. That's taken on the 25.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
2nd and 9 now. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's third down.
You look at this defense for Tampa Bay.
It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Here's Guerrero on first down.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Quick throw here by Allen, complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. A good display of power, but ultimately, it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further.
James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
They'll try the middle with Garendo.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let him know right away I'm throwing it. But I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. Allen now on the sneak, and he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Josh Allen scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Buccaneers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Baker. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Now back to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. In motion left is Thomas.
And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
The Seahawks sit 7-6, a game over 500 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
And that one will be no good. He never had it online. It's well wide to the left. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Seven, our score after one.
The score tied 7-7.
Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. On the give, it's Galindo.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here's Allen. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Here's a diving catch right side. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7.
14. Seahawks 7. Mitch Wishnowsky set the kickoff.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They're going to look to throw. Thomas has got it. Complete.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll look to throw again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 28. Back to throw again.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
In motion goes the tight end. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25.
A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 46 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Handoff here, Guerrero.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 8. Again, it's Guerrero.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Isaac Guerrero
With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year.
And the Bucs add 6 to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Now it's Garindo.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. On the ground, here's Garindo.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
3rd and 4. Allen going to audible to a different look. On 3rd down, it's Garindo.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Another try for Garindo.
Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9. A handoff running right, Garindo. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 77 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
They'll run with Garindo.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From 28 yards out. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. Sheds off the tackle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Flushed out right. He finds his target, Allen. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Keenan Allen, 30 yards.
And the Bucs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Oh, this is blocked. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Baker.
Finding room at midfield.
And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Will Anderson
In there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity
and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That is caught.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 27-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Cowboy 80. Let's go. Ready?
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Completes it to Douglas. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 25 yards that time.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Off the option, that's complete. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Brian Thomas.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that cuts this lead down to 13. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9.
In motion, the tight end. Allen now looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Allen. Steps away to his left.
And he will have a first down here before he gets banged down to the turf pretty hard. But nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Allen. Flush to his right.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Now Allen. He'll buy some time right. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. On play action, they'll throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Kyle Pitts, 32 yards. And the Seahawks are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third. Well, partner, I mean, if any... And now, before we get to the extra point, remember, all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he'll manage to... About 4. It's second down.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the fourth.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Allen going to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
The Bucs on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Allen.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock. Really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll set up to throw. He finds Douglas complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
He finds his man complete. It's Douglas.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Kyle Pitts
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go to Elliott again.
And slow going there as they'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Here's Allen to throw it.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling. It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now back to throw.
He'll get that to Charbonnet.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Riley Patterson on. A lot of pressure on this kick.
This to get the lead up to 4. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this is going to remain a 1-point game. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. And this is Simpson with a catch. Pushing his way through. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know
This is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
10th carry now for Elliott. And a short gain here down to the 22.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, in a tight 1-point game. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. To throw is Allen.
On the move to his left.
And Allen will have the 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Allen.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Throwing, Allen. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
No tougher place to be in a spot like this than Seattle. Here's 3rd down.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Bucs have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Half 85, half 85.
Back to throw. Allen rolling to his left.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
They're on the 30-yard
Here's 1st and 10.
70 Lion. Let's go.
Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Douglas. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
70. Come on, set. Take go.
He'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The clock stopped. 50 seconds to play. 2nd and 10.
Flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need him to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the 1st down with his legs instead.
Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10.
And this is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Another great throw there, and we talked about him when he broke the single-season record. But that last completion, CD, that puts him over 6,000 yards passing on the season. Just unheard of.
Brandon, there was a time not long ago when 3,000 yards was the gold standard for quarterbacks. He's doubled that. If more people come along like him and hit that type of a number, if you throw for 3,000 yards,
he takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
wow.
So the second half comeback is now complete. They have battled from behind, taken the lead, and CD now they just need their defense to stand up here and secure the victory.
And remember, they were trailing by double digits, fought their way back into this one. Now we find out the true definition of a team, don't we? Because one side of the ball just did its job. Now it's time for the other one to take over. Don't let them drive downfield and get the deciding score in what time remains.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. This is 1st and 10. Here's Allen.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Now Allen.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Seahawks, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.